So you become what you think about. You are the sum total of your thoughts. This is a supercomputer. The programming that's in that computer is the reasoning for why you have everything you have or don't have in your life. It's the understanding you put in your mind that sets you up for the results that you accomplish. Yesterday we discussed, if you want to change your life, all you got to do is change your life. It's simple and it's easy, but changing your life is as simple as making a decision. I don't like the results I'm getting here, so I'm going to make changes that are going to give me different results, and I'm going to be happier. So I woke up this morning and I had a friend who's watching these videos, and we have 1,038 subscribers since this last Friday. And I want to thank everybody for joining in and supporting me. I tell you what, I'm doing better than I deserve right now, and I just want to thank you for supporting me and sharing these videos. We're going to 1 million. A couple of days ago, people told me 1,000 was a long ways away. In 4 days, we have 1,000 views. Or not 1,000 views, but 1,000 subscribers. So I don't let other people's opinions dictate what I believe and what I can achieve. I'm going all the way. We're taking this far. We're doing 30 videos in 30 days. We're going to have some incredible success together. Your life's going to change as a result. I know it is. This morning when I woke up, I got a text message from a friend in Denver. And he's a really great friend, and he's really special to me because he's a very nice man. I really appreciate his support. He sent me a text message, and he says, Doug, I loved the video yesterday, how you talked about just making little changes. Maybe if you normally shop at grocery store A, start shopping at grocery store B for a while and see what happens in your life. If you normally take route A to work, start taking route B. In this gentleman's case, normally after work every day, he would go out for drinks with friends. He said, I really don't like spending the money on the alcohol because it's expensive when you go to the bar. And I'm not a big fan of having a hangover the next morning, when I have to get up and go to work. So he went out and got a gym membership with swimming included, he said. And he swam for 3 hours yesterday and felt fantastic as a result. We can just make these little changes. It can make a huge difference in our lives. My kids do it, my wife does it, and I do it all the time. We'll be driving down the road, and I'll say, we normally go this way, I'll think in my head, and I take a different direction because I know if I want to change my life, all I've got to do is change my life. We are a bundle of habits. Everything we do is a habit, it seems like. If you normally put your pants on right leg first, that's what you do. I can tell you right now, if I put my pants on left leg first, I'd probably fall over because that's my habit. That's what I do. My wife, she has habits. I could set my watch by her morning routine. I know when she gets up, she's going to do A, B, C, and D, and she does it every day. We do this with everything in our life. When certain events happen in our life, we normally take a specific action. That's why I recommended that, we write down today is going to be the best day of my life 7 times. Then we fold that piece of paper up, we put it in our pocket, or we keep it somewhere where it's easily accessible. And then when a negative circumstance or some sort of a challenge comes up in our life, the first thing we do is we reach for that piece of paper and we read 7 times over, today is going to be the best day of my life. And as a result of doing that, you're changing what's going on in here. You're not going to react in the same way. The old habit won't have the ability to come to the forefront of the mind and control and dictate what you do in that given circumstance. We're changing things. We're challenging the current results. So I don't know about you, but that seems like a pretty easy thing to do, and I hope you're doing it. We've been doing it for a few days. I asked you to do it yesterday. I asked you to write 7 times on a piece of paper. That was for yesterday. If you wouldn't mind getting another small piece of paper and on it writing 7 separate times for today Today is going to be the best day of your life. And I believe it's going to be the best day of your life. Why not? We're making changes. We're doing positive things. It's going to be amazing. Just give it a week. It's going to be incredible. By video 7, you're going to look around and you're going to say, hey, man, I'm a little more positive. Things are doing good and I'm feeling good. And I love that. And it's amazing because this is a supercomputer. And whatever we put into this computer, this is the most powerful computer ever known to man. We have developed computers that have the ability to process as fast as the human mind, but here's one thing here's one thing our brains have. We have a mind. Everything else you can find in any pig or cow or horse, for that matter. But what makes humans unique is we have a mind. We have the ability to decide what our environment's going to be. If you look at the world, look around you, look at the world. Squirrels are born in trees, and that's their environment. We know where to find them. If we're looking for lions outside of a zoo, we know in the world where the lion's environment is. And or an elephant. If you want to see an elephant, I saw elephants in India before. I know they live there. They don't live in Colorado, and neither do camels, and neither do lions unless you go to the zoo. The one thing that's super unique about the human animal, we have the ability to dictate what our environment is, and we also have the ability to dictate what our results are. And I'm just going to keep showing you how we do that. And we're going to keep moving forward, and things are going to change for you. It's going to be so awesome. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love this. I just love it. It makes me think back about when I was at a certain point in my life where everything, the bricks were falling on my head every day. It was horrible. I couldn't win for losing, right? And things changed. They just started to slowly change. As I made changes, things changed for me. And in some ways, things changed so dramatically, and I'm so blessed that I sat in a wheelchair without the ability to walk, left side of my body paralyzed, and not a lot of hope. And I changed the programming in my mind. I changed it to what I wanted my outcome to be. And several months later, I walked out of the hospital and took 57 steps to the car to leave. I counted every single step when I walked out of the hospital. All the way to 57. It was 57 steps from that door to the car door, and they helped me in the car, and we drove away, and I said to myself, I'm never going to forget that it was 57 steps that got me to this car and got me out and moving around in a way that I never thought was going to be possible for me. So it's the results, and we're going to get some amazing results moving forward. Excuse me. Yesterday, a little choked up there. Yesterday, we were discussing the 2 lists. I suggested that you create a list of things you no longer want in your life, a list of things that you do want in your life. They may not be in your life right now, but you want those things to come in your life. It could be a new car, a new house, a new job, more money, whatever it is you want. It doesn't matter how or if you believe that those things can be accomplished. All that matters is that you want them, and that is it. That's all that matters. And then we had I want to go back to our other list because we're going to get rid of that son of a gun now. Let me tell you. The list of things that we no longer want in our life, I want you to read that list. I want you to know what all of those items are very well. Then I want you to take that list, I want you to crumple it up as tight as you can, and make a contract with yourself. And throw that list away. And as you throw that list away into the trash can, I want you to say to yourself and agree with yourself, I am no longer going to put mental energy or worry into these things anymore. My life is going to get better. And these things are going to go away. And I'm not going to have this in my life anymore. I'm moving on. And I'm moving on to my list of things that I do want in my life. And I'm leaving these things behind in the past. And I'm going to forgive. I'm going to forgive and I'm going to forget. And those things are all going to be gone. Throw that list in the trash. It's gone. Now we're moving forward into positive things. It's and when I say that, we leave things behind like drama It seems like everywhere I go, I say, how are you doing today? What's going on? Oh, well, I'm not doing so good. People will say I got this going on or that going on. Yesterday, somebody reached out to me I hadn't heard from in forever from California. And they said, I said, hey, how you doing? It's great to hear from you. And they said to me, well, things haven't been so good for me, and it's raining, and they got a response from me I bet they really probably didn't appreciate, but it's what they needed to hear. I said, the solution to your issues is not in recanting the problems. Just like the solution to debt is not focusing on the debt. If you're in debt, the solution to the debt is focusing on making more money. You make more money, you can pay the debt. You're not in debt anymore, and now you're making more money moving into your future as well. We're going to talk about that. So for today, what I want you to do, if you wouldn't mind, create your list 7 separate times. Today is going to be the best day of my life. Put that list in your pocket or keep it somewhere where it's easily accessible to you. And if people approach you or issues approach you today, before you respond, I want you to take a moment, read your list. Today is going to be the best day of my life, 7 separate times, and then see what happens. See how you respond. It's going to change everything for you. It's just simple things like that make the hugest difference. I have my list in my pocket, and I use it all day long. I've never stopped using it because it changes the way I think about my issues and my problems, and it makes me a better person. Plus, it makes me happy, and it allows me to approach things in a positive manner. I want to talk about being positive just for one brief moment. Do you know that being positive will not let you accomplish anything, but it will let you do everything better than a negative attitude? And I wish I learned this secret when I was much younger, much younger, like a child, about a positive attitude. Because when you think positively, you get positive results. And when you think negatively, you get negative results. I want us to start monitoring our thinking, okay? I want you to monitor your thinking for me. I can't change the way you think, but you can. So what I'd like for you to do, if you wouldn't mind, please, when somebody approaches you in a negative manner or says something negative to you, I want you to re-say whatever they said in your mind, but I want you to discount it. I want you to change it into something positive. And then I want you to respond to them in a positive way. If you start approaching things in a positive manner, it's the repetition of being positive that eventually just turns you into a positive individual. Everybody wants to be around somebody who's positive. People want to hang out with the positive person, and we don't have to be overly positive and fake, but just attempt to change the way that you think about things from a negative approach to a positive approach. It may rain, but the rain brings flowers and makes the grass green, and so we have to think of the positive nature of things and also approach people in the most positive way possible. So I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover today. So I think that's pretty much it. I hope that you'll keep your positive list of things that you want to have in your life. And I want you to take that list and I want you to put it on your nightstand next to your bed. And tonight when you go to bed, I want you to read that list. And then when you wake up tomorrow morning, I want you to read the list again. If you feel comfortable, take the list with you to work and read it over lunch. And then read it again tomorrow night. It's the repetition of these ideas, of this happiness and this positivity that we're trying to bring into our life that's going to change everything. We can't forget that if we put things on our negative list that we've thrown away and forgotten about, and it's related to debt or obligations that we have, let's add those obligations to our positive list. So if you no longer want debt in your life, well, then on your positive list, you're going to need to add, I want to make more money so I'm not in debt anymore. We've got to pay the price here. We've got to make sure that if we have obligations to others that are financial or otherwise, we need to fulfill those obligations. That's part of being a good person. But those things are temporary. Debt is temporary. It doesn't have to last forever. We can get rid of debt. We can get rid of negativity, and we can be more positive and have a more fulfilling life. And I'm really excited to take this journey with you, and I want to thank everybody that's reached out and shared their current experiences and how things have already changed for you. I'm really excited about that. I just want to mention we have 1,050 followers on this channel, or subscribers. Thank you again for sharing. Really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me. I hope that what I'm giving you is helping to make your day better and to motivate you. Hundreds of people are saying it does, so I'm going to take that as a positive, and I'll be back tomorrow. This was day 5. I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm coming back every day for 30 days. We're going to keep growing together, and this is going to be fantastic. Listen, today is going to be the best day of your life. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, my friends.